promoting beach volleyball while also taking you to the most scenic beaches all around the country. That is Beach Volleyball Republic, and welcome to Beach or BVR Invitational right here at Angib Beach in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley, day number 2, the quarterfinals of the tournament, and it's been a splendid set of matches so far from competitors from all around the world, 12 teams all in all, and right now we have for you the final quarterfinal matchup. This is BVR 2, composed of Purper Cosas and Cosas-Rodriguez taking on Team Thailand, Phongploy and Sherman. Magandang hapon po. Thank you for watching us again on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. I'm Eric Tipano alongside Amy Ahumiro. And Amy, very exciting to see how fierce these competitors are and how high a level of beach volleyball we see.
Yeah, it's great to see these international players coming from all over the world to show off their prowess in volleyball and hopefully pave a way for people who are watching out there to get into the sport and be dedicated and passionate as we see that these girls are.
Well, in case you just open your TV sets and you want to find out what BVR Invitational is all about, because BVR has had a variety of tournaments all around the country, Boracay in Pasay City, but BVR Invitational is the first ever that BVR is holding of this type, wherein they invite participants from all around the world.
Yeah, there are actually 12 teams, 10 different countries participating in this event, from Brazil, New Zealand, the United States, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Thailand.
And then 12 because there are 2 local teams, BVR 1 and BVR 2, and right now we'll be seeing BVR 2 taking on Thailand. But speaking of Thailand, let's take a look at this team composed of Phongploy and Sherman. Very odd pairing, but we'll definitely try and see to see how well their chemistry is together.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see them work out together. And these pairings, a lot of them have actually been not a lot of them have been playing together for a while, so it's interesting to see the chemistry and how these girls play together.
It's an East meets West sort of a deal with Thailand team, so it's going to be fun. Now, obviously BVR 2, some of you may be familiar with in case you watched our coverage of the BVR events, with BVR matches in Mall of Asia. Purper Cosas and Cosas-Rodriguez, a very formidable team. They've been playing together for a while now, so there's no question with regards to chemistry for sure.
Yeah, they've been playing together. They actually came second in the last BVR tour, the national tour, and hopefully we can see what they can do against these international players.
And obviously the winner here advances to the semifinals, and the top 4 teams will take home prizes. Obviously the #1 team, the champion, will have the biggest prize of all.
Yeah, the prizes are actually big. Fourth prize is $2,500 US. Third prize, $3,500. Second prize, $4,500, and the grand prize of $6,000 US, which is, these girls come out here, they have fun, and they're able to, if they're successful, they're able to come up with a large compensation for them to go home with.
And aside that's over and above the experience of being in Angib Beach, beautiful place, and exploring the Philippines as well. All right, so let's find out who will be the final team to make it to the semifinals. Here's the quarterfinal matchup coming up between BVR 2 and Thailand when we return.
I've been here a long time ago, like 2006 for SEA Games in Philippines. Yeah. My friend Shah, she told me about the tournament, so yeah, she organized to bring us here.
This is my very first time. It's beautiful, hot, but beautiful. We first met 3 years ago in Phuket, Thailand. So we've known of each other for about 3 years, and this is the first time we've played together.
Yeah, for me, it's no problem because this is my first time I have tall partner. When I play in Thailand, I have very small partner, so it's very hard for me. But she's tall, it's good for me.
This is a a first for me to travel international and play against international players. So I'm very fortunate that Yupa invited me to play with her. So I'm very excited, and this is all very exciting to me, and the competition is great. We've had a good time. Yupa's an amazing player. Obviously, she's been playing pro for years. So it's exciting to play with her, and she knows a lot of people, and it's just growing the game, I think. You know, this is why we're all here, is to bring awareness to the game, and I think to the Philippines too.
So you heard the interview with Rachel and Yupa, and how new of a tandem this is. But it seems like they enjoy playing with each other. And Rachel, first time in the Philippines, but she's trying to cope with the heat, obviously, and the humidity. But looking at these two from Thailand, well, at least this team from Thailand, they've got a huge physical advantage against the BVR2.
Yeah, their height advantage is very clear, as we can see them warming up there against the net. Hopefully, the Philippines can use this also to an advantage, being quicker, doing some quick plays, and hitting around the blocks and utilizing their quickness and their skills.
All right, these ladies are warming up, and we'll take a break. When we come back, set number 1 in the quarterfinal match of Thailand BVR2 on the way.
Thailand and BVR2. First referee, Sherry Ibutashan, national referee. Second referee, Mr. June Benito, international referee. Introducing our teams from Thailand, we have Yupa Phongploy and Rachel Sherman. To play against BVR2, we have Jennifer Cosas and Cosas-Rodriguez.
All right, welcome back to our coverage. And winner here completes the cast of the semi-finalists in the first ever Beach Volleyball Republic Invitational. Eric Tipan, Amy Ahomiro. And Amy, obviously, we mentioned earlier the height advantage of this Thailand team, Yupa Phongploy and Rachel Sherman, versus BVR2, Deech Rodriguez, Purper Cosas. But we've seen how Deech and Purper move on the court, and they've played together for a while now, so that may be an advantage as well, the familiarity with one another.
Yeah, in the pre-game interview we saw that the Thailand group, they actually haven't played together, while the BVR group have actually been playing together for a while, so hopefully we'll see some chemistry going there, and the height advantage will not be a huge factor, but we'll have to watch and see.
Sherman, yes! But that's a huge thing to deal with, Amy, even in indoor volleyball, and more so, I guess, in beach volleyball. If your opponents are tall.
Yeah, somewhat of a prerequisite actually is height in volleyball. It's always an advantage. It's always better to be a little bit taller than your opponents. However, you can also make up for height in speed and agility, which hopefully we will see from this BVR group.
Right now, a 2-point run for Thailand as they take the lead away. Sherman, that's strong. 2-all. Set number 1. High action. First 4 points of the game. A lot of activity, a lot of hard spiking from both teams. Here's Sherman again. Oh, Sherman!
Yep, that was a strong spike, and I think we can see that the strategy from BVR is to not go up and block against these monsters at the net, rather move back and play some defense.
Well, that's true. Sherman has been exhibiting so much power at the net. Good serving as well from Sherman. Here's Rodriguez, short.
Went into the net. I think we need to see from BVR, due to the height disadvantage, is they need to be good in their receive. They need to be able to get a good ball up to set and put them in a good position to spike the ball and place the ball.
Oh, and Cosas with an error, and it seems like despite them being a fresh tandem, Phongploy and Sherman are playing extreme like they've been playing for 5 years.
Yeah, I think that could be based on their age. They're very experienced, despite having played, not played with each other. Their experience combined, I think it makes them a formidable team.
Sherman, Phongploy, back to Sherman. Sherman at the net. Rodriguez to Cosas. Soft touch, nice play for Cosas.
That's actually the second point BVR has gotten from that off-speed roll at the net. And despite their length, they haven't been able to pop that back up. So maybe we'll see some more of those kind of plays from BVR.
Good serving from Cosas. Here comes Sherman again, and Sherman seems to be the designated hitter here, Amy. Phongploy unable to handle the first ball.
So far we can see the strategy from BVR, not blocking at the net. They were able to get that defense ball out and they were able to get a point.
Sherman, Phongploy, 1-2 play. Rodriguez, Cosas at the net. It was overset. Here comes Phongploy. Nice
Some
defensive
great
play
defense
by Rodriguez. And Rodriguez gets them back with a point right there. What an action-packed early first set.
This BVR team is putting on a great performance, a great show, and despite their height difference, cannot see so far it being a disadvantage.
Well, they're no first runner-ups for nothing. That's for sure, and they're showing everybody why.
Yep.
Soft touch there on the part of Sherman. Puts the lead with Thailand right away. Good reception by Rodriguez. Rodriguez. There's Phongploy right there, and Phongploy oversets it and scores.
Oversets it, but still able to get that point from that error. So far, the defense from BVR has been on point. Their receive has been great, and as I say that, it's a misreceive, but they're able to get that back, put it over.
Phongploy, Sherman goes up. Nice one-hander from Rodriguez, but it was too close to the net.
She did
for
everything
Cosas.
she could to get that ball out, but unfortunately it was just too far in front of her and she couldn't get it. But great attempt.
Nice aggressive attack right there by Sherman. And all of a sudden, after tying it, the 3-point run by Thailand, and they're up 8-5. But there's Rodriguez right away. And this is what you like about BVR2, Amy, is the fact that they try and bounce back before, you know, the lead grows bigger.
Yeah, they don't let the other team get their momentum set. Because once you're able to get that momentum, it's easy to keep running off it. So it's nice to cut down on their points, and hopefully we can see the BVR team get some momentum here.
Oh, but a service error on the part of Rodriguez.
Easy point for Thailand there.
Back to a 3-point lead. Sherman to serve. And Sherman's serve it's been loaded.
It's a strong serve, and from her height, you can see that it goes over the net and kind of drops down.
It's been the more difficult of the two between Phongploy and Sherman. Sherman's been tougher to receive. Here's Rodriguez. Nice angle, but too strong.
That was a great idea. She was able to cross that from the other side of the court, just a little too strong on that cross. And you see that she looked to make sure that that ball was out.
It's a 6-1 run right now. Make that a 6-2 run by Thailand. 11-7. Set number 1. Phongploy. Oh, nice one-hander by Rodriguez, but it falls short.
You have to commend these the BVR girls for actually getting this ball up. You can see the power of the spike from these from the Thailand team, and they're able to play out most of them. Unfortunately, that one was a little over, so her partner couldn't get it. But in general, they've been putting up a great defensive show for us here.
12 serving 7. Good serve from Phongploy. Here's Rodriguez. Wow, nice play by Thailand. Rodriguez to Cosas. Cosas goes long.
That was a great rally there. Unfortunately, she went for the power and it was just a little too strong, not falling in the court. Slightly out.
Oh, and reception a problem for Rodriguez that time, and right now Thailand is running away with it halfway through the first set. 14-7 over BVR2. And that is how we do lunch here in the BVR Invitational and here in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley. Boodle fight is how they call it. And most Filipinos familiar with eating on a banana leaf, but this is, everybody's on it. It's a long queue,
Yeah,
I guess,
and
of
everyone
food.
just gets to pick at what they want. You can see them all having fun out there, enjoying it.
And everybody had fun during lunch. How can it not be when you share food with people, good people around you, right?
Yeah,
As
of
the
course.
sun starting to set here in Angib Beach. Beautiful view and beautiful vista from where we're sitting. Final or last quarterfinal matchup in the BVR Invitational. Winner here moves on and completes the semifinal cast, which will kick off tomorrow. Burper Cosas to Dij Rodriguez. Nice receive by Yupa, but it was too far out of reach for Rachel Sherman.
Yep, and can you see her get some airtime on that? She's not a very tall player, but she was able to jump up and spike that ball with some power behind it, getting them the point.
BVR2 looking to bounce back here. Oh, poor reception there by Phongploy.
That was a great serve. It actually looked like it was going out. Maybe that was the hesitation from Yupa, but either way, it's still a point for BVR.
Only 19 years old, Dij Rodriguez. Sherman to Phongploy. Wow. That height with the power, Amy.
Yeah, and that was a perfect setup by her partner, Rachel Sherwin, rather. And you can see that she's a left-handed and she just spikes that down.
We saw a lot of Sherman on the attack earlier, but it's the first time we're seeing Phongploy become aggressive offensively.
Yep.
Couple of points from Thailand.
Yeah, you can see that they're slowly pulling away on their lead, chipping away at their lead.
17 serving 9. Rodriguez, poor first ball, but it's still alive. Cosas back to Rodriguez, saves it. Phongploy. Kind of deceiving. It looked like she was going to hit it with the right hand and then switch with the left.
Yep.
Really fooled BVR2. Take a look. Nice. Nine-point lead. Rodriguez. Nice save by Sherman. Phongploy right there. Sherman back to Phongploy. Oh, yes. Wow.
That's a
And
strong...
they're really pouring it on, Amy.
Yeah, that's a strong lefty hit. I think the game plan of BVR to come off the net and not block worked for them at the start. However, their defense is just not able to give from the spike of Thailand. Not the defense of BVR isn't able to put them up for a good hit, giving Thailand a free ball and giving them the opportunity to pound on that ball and get a point, which
Now
is what we've been seeing.
It's a 10-point lead for Thailand, and this reception ain't gonna help. Now it's set point for Phongploy and Sherman, 29. Right when we thought, Amy, that it was going to be close with how BVR2 was playing.
Yeah, they just slowly pulled away. I think the power and the height and the service, I think the service has come into a huge play from the Thailand team, getting a lot of easy points from that serve. But yeah, slowly, at the start of the game, it was very balanced. BVR's height didn't seem to be such a disadvantage, but I think as the game goes on and it progresses, we can see that height is actually a factor that is coming into play with these two teams.
Major factor as BVR2 forced to another error to close it out. Take a look at some of the highlights of the first set. It was close in the beginning with both teams trading blows, but that's when Thailand tightened it up, got their offense going, got attacks from both players actually, Sherman and Phongploy, and there were some errors on the part of Rodriguez and Cosas that really didn't help. But take a look at the defense of Thailand. They were all over the place. There were some miscues, but in general, they were in control of the first set. And they finished convincingly over BVR2, taking the first set 21-10. Back here at Agi Beach, Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley, the northernmost tip of Luzon, facing the Luzon Strait. And this is the last quarterfinal matchup, Thailand versus BVR2. And in case you're just tuning in, it's an odd pairing again for Thailand as Rachel Sherman at the other half of this tandem, along with Yupa Phongploy. There's Yupa. And what a first set they put in, Amy.
Yeah, it was neck and neck at the start, but we could see that I think the experience and the height advantage slowly crept up on the BVR team, and the Thailand team were just able to cut away at the points, and all of a sudden it's set point and they're up by 10 plus points.
And not to mention the power as well. I mean, Yupa, it's very obvious. I mean, she's cut, she's ripped. Rachel Sherman, you don't think that she's going to be delivering a lot of power, but she was actually the first one to come up with aggressive attacks for Thailand, and right now they're off to a good start at 2-0.
Yep, initially we saw that the strategy of BVR was to come off the net and not block, basically because they're very short players, but I think that this Thailand team are used to having blockers up against them, so with no blockers, they're able to just pound that ball. It's almost like a free spike for them.
But what does BVR2 have to do, Amy, to counter the athleticism, the length, the power of Thailand here in set number 2?
Well, I think that, first of all, they have to have a good first ball, good receive, and they have to do some quick plays. They have to take advantage of their speed, probably being one of the factors where they are quicker than the other team, so they need to do some 1-2 plays. We saw during the start of the first set, they had some 1-2 plays and they were able to get those into points. However, their defense hasn't been good enough for them to get that, so I think they really need to work on their defense and their offense will flow from there.
But these errors, reception errors, attack errors on the part of BVR2, Cosas-Rodriguez there, putting them in a 5-0 hole here in set number 2.
And I think a huge part of playing any sport is the mindset, the confidence that you're able to gain or unfortunately lose throughout the game. And I think that the volleyball prowess of the Thailand tandem is just overpowering this BVR team. But, go ahead. But like you said, like we say, it's a long game and it's not yet over to the last point. So I'm sure this BVR team will be firing back.
Well, they're trading points right now after they scored earlier. Sherman comes up with a point here at 6-1. Still not a very hard lead or deficit to overcome. But certainly, if you're BVR2, you're thinking you've got to start now and not let this get any bigger.
Yeah, they have to capitalize on points that they can get and get some momentum going and turn the game around.
There's a free point for BVR2. Let's see if they can string up a couple more.
I think it's important for BVR2 to have some strong services, so the reception isn't so good from the other team, not lining them up for a great spike.
Cosas goes up, and she scores. There's a couple of points that will get them back on track here. Down by 5. BVR2 is within 3 now.
I think the advantage of BVR isn't their power or strong hits, it's more of placing it and trying to strategically place the ball where these Thailand tandem are not. And that was some great defense.
There's Yupa Phongploy putting it away.
Unfortunately, it's like a free spike, like I said earlier. No one's up there to defend her, so she's just able to swing away all day, and that's what she's been doing. Can't do anything to get that ball up.
7 serving 3. Cosas going after it, but too far.
Like I said earlier, I think they need to have a strong first ball, and so far in this set, we haven't seen them being able to do that.
Well, after a 2-point run by BVR, there's a 2-point run as well by Thailand to go back up 8-3 here. Sherman, Phongploy goes up. What a push.
And you can see there that the set was actually over the net, but her height was able to, she was able to utilize her height there, jump up and just push it over with her knuckles.
Over received, here comes Phongploy. Gets the help of the tape of the net. Make it a 7-point lead here.
I think that's what we've been seeing all throughout this game. She's just able to swing away. She's got a good second ball from her partner, and she's able to swing away and get that point.
Another over reception by BVR2, Phongploy. Great save by Rodriguez. Free ball for BVR2. Cosas to set it up. Rodriguez. Good rally.
It's a long rally so far. It's still going.
Oh, there's an over reception there, or over set by Sherman, and an easy put away for Cosas. Teams will change sides here, as you see the Cosas point, but it's come far and few between for BVR2, and they're down still by 6 points here.
As they switch sides there, you could really see the height difference between both the teams.
Sherman, nice angle to score the point. The closest BVR2's ever been here in set number 2 is within 3 points.
Yeah, the Thailand team is slowly showing their prowess and slowly pulling away.
11-4. $12-5 right now. 7-point lead for Thailand.
That's a 2-point run for BVR. Hopefully they can get some momentum and turn this game around, forcing it to a 3-set, where Thailand wants to close it out in 2 and win the game.
But right now, this tandem of Sherman and Phongploy, extremely active on the sand, and they're just able to cover their bases, cover the open spots, and then attack aggressively as well, Amy.
Yeah, they seem to be solid on every aspect of the game. Their defense is good, and obviously we know that their offense is one of their most advantages, but we can see from their serve and from their defense that they're able to get up everything that BVR has thrown their way.
Right now, the biggest lead at 9 points, 14-5. Rodriguez goes up. Phongploy to attack. What a touch.
Barely touched that, you could see. She just popped it over the net, and no way for BVR to get that push over the net.
Just feathery in terms of handling the ball at the net. Amazing.
And the net helped her a little over there to just push it forward. Unfortunately, that time the net did not help her, and it went straight into it.
Still a 9-point lead for Thailand, 15-6 against BVR2. We're back here at Anguille Beach, Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley for BVR Invitational. And thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Tipan, Amy Ahumiro, Denden Lazaro with me. And they've been joining me in the coverage, helping me out with these players, these teams. And what a great afternoon so far we've been having, Amy and Denden.
Yeah, so far we've been able to see the volleyball prowess from countries from all over the world, and also locally from here in the Philippines. So it's been a great show so far. And as we speak right now, there's Philippines is actually playing a game versus Thailand.
That's right. And we have 12 teams here. We're at the quarterfinal stage, and tomorrow semifinals and finals with yours truly. And again, you're gonna be hearing from Amy Ahumiro tomorrow, Denden Lazaro, as we continue to give you the best of beach volleyball from Cagayan Valley. And there is no location far enough for ABS-CBN Sports to cover, and also for BVR to bring you. Right now, Amy, a 10-point advantage, 16-6 for Thailand, as they continue to really dominate and flex those proverbial muscles.
Yep, I also think when games come down to points like this, the experience of the other team, the Thailand team, is actually coming into play. We saw earlier that the age of Yupa was 34, whereas Cosas is 19. So factors like that really come into play when we have long games like this.
16-7 as BVR gets a point and trims that 10-point deficit into single digits. Phongploy-Sherman. Rodriguez was right there. Cosas! A tough recovery for Thailand, but they still get it. That's how athletic these players are. Take a look at the sequence. Cosas with a near perfect drop, but not good enough for Sherman and Phongploy.
Yeah, the length of these the two members from Thailand. Oh.
And the strength too.
And the strength too. And like I keep saying, like I keep reiterating, the fact that she's up there with no blockers there, it's just like a free spike for her, so she's able to swing away at that in any direction which she prefers.
Biggest lead now at 11 points for Team Thailand. Sherman, Phongploy. No, but it was an overset that BVR2 could not anticipate. Now the biggest lead at 12 points, 19-7. 2 points away from winning the match and advancing to the semifinals is Thailand. Nice play by Rodriguez.
That shot has actually been working for the BVR team. However, they haven't been able to utilize it probably as much as they want. But when they have, it has mostly gotten them points, keeping them alive here in this second set.
Phongploy. Sherman. Ooh. One of the rare errors you see from Thailand as they switch sides here. Still a 10-point advantage for Phongploy and Sherman against Cosas and Rodriguez.
They're just looking for 2 more points to close out this game and move on to the semis tomorrow. Let's see if BVR can stop them at that.
Good serve by Cosas, Phongploy. And BVR2 unable to get near that ball. Now it's match point for Thailand, 29. Sherman. Oh, that is actually overset, but despite that, again, caught BVR2 unaware. And what an easy way to finish it off, Amy, for Team Thailand.
Yeah, Team Thailand didn't have much problems going against BVR, but you have to commend this BVR team for lacking in, compared to the components, lacking in experience and height, yet I think they were still able to put on a great show for all of us here, and they should be proud of themselves for what they've done so far.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights, if any, of the last set, but there's a confirmation of the win by Yupa Phongploy and Rachel Sherman against Purper Cosas and Ditch Rodriguez, 21-10, 21-9, and that completes the cast of our semi-finalists in BVR Invitational. And there's a look of the dominance, that sort of knuckle drop by Yupa Phongploy has been effective here, and even Sherman has
From
been
both
adopting
teams,
it.
yeah, and we also saw BVR utilizing that knuckle point, as we see there, to get some points, some easy points for them.
All right, our semi-final cast complete as we finish the quarterfinals today. We will take a break and then come back right after these.
Welcome back to Angit Beach in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley, for the conclusion of the quarterfinal matchup in Beach Volleyball Republic Invitational. Good afternoon, everybody. And right now, Amy Ahumiro and I are with the winners of the last quarterfinal matchup, Yupa Phongploy and Rachel Sherman. First of all, congratulations, ladies. Great performance. What was key going up against Purper Cosas and Ditch Rodriguez that made it a sweep, an easy win for you in 2 sets?
For me, the first thing is serve. If we serve good, make them work hard with the pass, and then after that, it'll be easy for them. For me, they can read them.
How about for you? The strategy of BVR seemed to be to play off the net and not block. I'm sure that you were pleased with that and that was an advantage for you. How did you play against that?
Sometimes that's an advantage and sometimes not because they take up the whole court playing defense. So sometimes it's easier to play with a blocker and you can see open spots on the court. But we managed to, you know, find the open spots, and they did a really good job, you know, making shots, and we just had to adjust and make sure we picked up those shots that they were giving us.
Okay, great. Good job.
Compared to most of the competitors today, you guys were very aggressive at the net. I mean, you were giving out strong attacks. What makes you guys so comfortable in such very harsh conditions, especially for viewers who are not familiar with how how difficult it is to play on sand and under the sun?
For me, my style, I like to hit hard, or everything hard for me, so I play hard. And this style, I play against Philippines, so they not block. I can see they not block every ball, so I just tell my partner, just tight, set tight for me, so I gotta hit. Yeah.
How about you? How did you find the height advantage that you guys had over your BVR team?
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage. You know, you can go up at the net and just hit. They're definitely an advantage. So.
All right, congratulations, ladies, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
And that wraps it up for us here at Angie Beach, Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley. We end the day of the quarterfinals, and we'll see you tomorrow. Semifinals, finals, and battle for third place in BVR Invitational. Right here at Angie Beach, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
Thank you.